Spoiler alert, I'll tell you this right off the top. Hyundai has come out with another great fully electric vehicle. In this case, the 2026 Ioniq 9 BEV, brand new. It reaches the magic 500 kilometer EV range. That's just over 300 miles, by the way. And this one has more than 400 horsepower. Quite luxurious, too. Get in. This is Family Wheels. The Ioniq 9 is the latest among hundreds of vehicle reviews on Family Wheels going back a decade. That's right, 10 years. And an important contribution to our channel is your likes. So give us a like and help keep Family Wheels charged up. Subscribe and click notifications too. Reviews drop each Saturday morning. Thanks. To me, the magic number these days is at least 500 kilometers. That is more than 300 miles. And Hyundai has achieved that at all trims of the Ioniq 9. The estimated range on a full charge is well above the specification, here topping 600 kilometers, but that's based on recent driving before charging. In this case, after charging, we took the Ioniq 9 up to Whistler, about a 2-hour drive at highway speeds with many curves and elevation changes, shrinking the range estimate. They get a bit cute about the level of charge that can accept. They talk about a 350 kilowatt charger. Yes, you can plug into one of those. You are not going to get 350 kilowatts coursing into your Ioniq 9 or most other electric vehicles either. I've seen specifications in the past for Hyundais and Kias in the 200, let's say 230 to 240 kilowatt range, which by the way is a lot. Don't be disappointed. So when I plug this vehicle in, by the way, at an NACS Tesla type charger, the charger operated by BC Hydro, that's our provincial utility here. I initially was getting about, 100 kilowatts or so. Then I walked away. But I did note that I got from 65 to 95% in 35 minutes, which I consider to be pretty good, because remember, we started at 65%. That's actually more than half full. So your charge is going to slow down. Only one battery size is available in the Ioniq 9, and that is 110 kilowatt hours. Can't get anything smaller. And here we have 422 horsepower. Should take us up this steep hill quite nicely. It's like that science fiction movie set in outer space where you just whoosh, off you go. That's electric torque. And in this case, the 160 kilowatt motor up front as well as in the back really makes the difference. Let's take the Ioniq 9 through a series of bends in normal mode with regen set to level 3. See how it behaves. It's not a sport SUV, but remember, it's a 3-row. It weighs a great deal because it is fully electric, and I found the handling to be completely acceptable. Now let's take those same bends in sport mode, where it's more of a 50-50 balance in the all-wheel drive. Yeah, there's some understeer, but boy, it's fun. So let's check the brakes from about 70 kilometers an hour, just to get the feel. And that was with maximum regeneration as well. Really a good confident stop there. The Ioniq 9 has an exemplary ride over ordinary roads. So let's really put it to the test here on our neighborhood bumpy road. And as you might expect, it does a great job. Good on Hyundai for putting so many standard features in all trims of the Ioniq 9. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Wireless charging pad, very good one indeed. Quite high-powered charging ports, the USB-Cs that seem to fill the cabin. Adaptive cruise control, one of the greatest features in the modern automobile world. Highway driving assist too, that's sort of, it can do some of the steering for you. Adaptive dampers, nice touch. I found very little to be critical of Exterior, love that design. The sort of the kick up at the rear just adds a distinctive look. The back end at first seems like, well, what is this? But no, I kind of like it with the curves at the back. All really good. One thing I don't like is this silvery panel between the upper and lower parts of the dash. To me, it just looks kind of cheap. There are 3 specifications of the Ioniq 9 in Canada, sort of. In Canada, there are 2 major bundles of options. They're really expensive, but on the other hand, hold down the price of the base trim for those who don't want so many extras. The luxury package for the Preferred adds $11,500 to the total, while the Ultimate Calligraphy package is $16,500. The Ioniq 9 easily passes our Family Wheels child seat test. Behind me, the kind that takes up the most room, rear facing, yet up front, it's all kinds of space between my knees and the glove box door. At this very high specification, the front passenger also gets a lot of seat adjustments, including this little leg rest that pops out in case you want to lay back and take a nap. Of note, the second row has the same feature. It's very roomy in the second row of the Ioniq 9. I have not readjusted the front seat that I was just sitting in, pulled out the child seat here in the back, lots of room between my knees and the seat back in front of me. However, I will point out that I have moved this seat forward, power, by the way, at this specification. I've moved it forward so the folks in the third row can have a little more space. Now, there are lots of niceties back here as well. In addition to, of course, the gorgeous panoramic moonroof, there's a full set of HVAC controls and heated and ventilated seats in the rear. USB ports on the side of the front seats for the folks in the second row. Also, there is a release for the center bin. That is, the front seat center bin has a rear release. You want to access it that way. Plus, there is a nice little bin down here to pull out. Yes, it's a bit of a close fit for an adult in the third row of the Ioniq 9, but the second row can move up a little bit and still accommodate somebody my size. Additionally, we have HVAC vents and USB-C ports on each side, plus power adjustment at this spec for the seat back rake. I find very little to criticize about the 2026 Hyundai Ioniq 9. I like its looks, I love its range, power, its luxury, handles well. But what do you think? Leave a comment. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for liking, and thanks for subscribing. I'm Richard Detman, and I'll see you next time on Family Wheels.